We just started the season. Dijonai Carrington has already tried to take somebody's eyeball.
It was the eye poke heard across the world last year. Clearly a non-basketball play, but no foul was called, no flagrant was called. The WNBA stays absolutely silent.
It only took one reckless play to flip everything upside down for Paige Bueckers. In the middle of what should have been a routine game between the Dallas Wings and Minnesota Lynx, Dijonai Carrington charged into a fast break like she was training for a cage fight, not a basketball game. In just seconds, Shepard took a hard forearm to the face, but it was Paige Bueckers, trailing the play, who nearly absorbed the full force of Carrington's attack.
This is the shot. Heidemann in the open court. Gives it up to Shepard, who is hammered. And Shepard gets up, looks at Dijonai Carrington. Teammates are holding her back, separating the two players.
So she's falling straight to her back after you done came in and pushed both of them forward, right? Then not only did she push her forward, she had her hand on the ball, and then she rakes back. Look at that. Bam, right on the eyes, scraping back.
That one moment, caught on national TV, wasn't just a foul. It was a flashing red warning sign. A sign that Paige may have made a huge mistake stepping into a team environment this hostile, this reckless, this dangerous. But here's where things take a jaw-dropping turn. The refs initially brushed it off with a common foul. Nothing to see here, until they looked at the replay and upgraded it to a flagrant. Too little, too late. Because for Paige, the damage was almost done. She was one split second from a season-ending injury. This wasn't just some tough defense. This was personal. And the scariest part? It's not even Carrington's first offense. That wasn't even the beginning of the chaos. Carrington's name has been tied to one ugly incident after another.
This was the eye gouge from hell, where Dijonai Carrington tried to take her fingernails and scoop them out of Caitlin Clark's skull.
From eye pokes to full-on face hits. And now she's in the same locker room as Paige Bueckers, one of the most promising rookies the WNBA has seen in years. Do you see the problem? And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Let's talk about what really happened that night. Because the video doesn't lie. With just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Dijonai Carrington flew into Shepard with zero control and maximum force. Her forearm slammed into Shepard's face like a linebacker on a blitz. But the real horror? Paige Bueckers was right behind Shepard, and she had to break her fall. That means Paige, the golden rookie, the player fans have been waiting years to see, nearly got taken out by her own teammates' recklessness. Let that sink in. This isn't some rookie hazing. This isn't tough love. This is dangerous. The kind of dangerous that ends careers before they begin. Paige Bueckers didn't enter the WNBA expecting to risk her health in every practice or game, especially not from her own squad. And if you think this is just a one-time thing, you're in for a rude awakening. Carrington has a history of dangerous contact. Ask Caitlin Clark, who took an eye poke so nasty last season she played with a black eye for weeks. Now it's Shepard with a bruised face and Paige Bueckers with a very real fear that she could be next. And what did the league do? Nothing.
Heard across the world last year. Clearly a non-basketball play, but no foul was called, no flagrant was called. The WNBA stays absolutely silent. This type of behavior is encouraged. Sticking your nails in people's eyeballs.
No suspension, no fine. Not even a warning from Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Now here's where the whole thing gets downright disturbing. The Dallas Wings didn't just overlook Dijonai Carrington's violent past, they welcomed it. They signed her, knowing full well about the eye poke to Caitlin Clark, the hard fouls, the history of flailing arms and flying elbows. This isn't some out-of-nowhere accident, it's a pattern. So why would a professional team bring in someone with a highlight reel that looks more like UFC footage than basketball? Simple. They thought aggression meant toughness. They thought this kind of edge would intimidate opponents. What they didn't think about was what happens when that aggression turns inward, on your own team. Now, Paige Bueckers is stuck wondering if she joined a pro basketball franchise or a demolition derby. It's almost like they signed a grenade and just hoped it wouldn't go off in their own locker room. Let's not forget, Paige entered this league with sky-high expectations. Fans saw her as the next face of the WNBA, 12 points and 10 assists in her first 3 games.
She is the type of player you would love to have in your team but hate playing against her as a basketball player. No ifs, ands, or buts about that, but like, she does mad stuff, and she nearly took Paige Bueckers out. She charged down the court to jump through someone's back in the air. Like, that is a reckless play, a dangerous play, and look, you hope it doesn't happen too often, but unfortunately, I've watched enough Dylan Brooks.
Dylan, one of the Warriors broadcasters tonight said he thought you were intentionally trying to swipe down on Curry's thumb. What do you think about that?
If you're gonna come play the game injured or whenever you got, it's all about the game. You know, if I had an injured ankle, I would attack that ankle every single time.
And now, she's wondering if her next practice might send her to the hospital instead of highlight reels. This isn't just about basketball, it's about trust, team chemistry, safety. If your own teammate can't be trusted not to plow into you at full speed, then what kind of foundation are you even building? That's not just bad coaching, it's organizational negligence. And Commissioner Cathy Engelbert? Still silent. Just like last time. If you're enjoying this content and want to see more of these real, no-fluff breakdowns, please hit that subscribe button to support the channel. Thank you! What makes this situation even more unbelievable is how predictable it was. Go back just a season, and you'll see the warning signs flashing like neon lights. During her time with the Connecticut Sun, Dijonai Carrington delivered a now infamous closeout that nearly injured Caitlin Clark. Her arm came across Clark's face so fast it left a mark, and a black eye that Clark carried for weeks. And how did the WNBA respond? It didn't. No suspension, no review, not even a fine. It was a dangerous precedent, and now we're watching it explode all over again. This time, with Jessica Shepard and Paige Bueckers caught in the crossfire. And the worst part? It's like the league is handing her a permission slip to keep doing it. Let's be clear, this isn't a strong defense conversation. We're not talking about hustle plays or hard screens. We're talking about flying elbows, face shots, and reckless momentum that puts athletes in real danger. If Cathy Engelbert and the league office truly cared about player safety, there would have been a press release that night. A fine, a statement, anything. But once again, silence. And that silence isn't neutral, it's permission. Paige Bueckers didn't come to the WNBA to be a crash dummy. She came to win, to elevate the league, to bring in new fans, sponsors, and visibility. But now, every time she hits the floor, she has to wonder if her own teammate might knock her out cold. That's not basketball, that's negligence wrapped in a jersey. And just when you think the league might step up, it gets worse. Not only did Commissioner Cathy Engelbert fail to act, but the WNBA Players Association reportedly targeted Christine Brennan, a respected Hall of Fame journalist, just for asking about Carrington's behavior. That's right. Instead of addressing the growing concern over a player with a pattern of dangerous fouls, the league allegedly tried to silence the press. Let that sink in. You have one of the most promising rookies, Paige Bueckers, facing physical danger from her own teammate. And rather than investigating or offering protection, the response is to come after the reporter asking questions? This isn't just a failure of leadership, it's a cover-up disguised as professionalism. The image the WNBA has worked so hard to build, one of integrity, equality, and rising stars, is being sabotaged from the inside because fans see through this. They're not blind. When someone like Dijonai Carrington racks up flagrant fouls like career milestones and still gets protected, the message is clear. Talent matters more than safety. Marketing matters more than accountability. And if Paige Bueckers ends up sidelined with a serious injury, everyone will pretend like no one saw it coming, except everyone did. It's like the league is playing Russian roulette with its own future. You don't need a lawsuit to understand how high the stakes are. If one more incident happens, especially one involving a star like Paige, the league won't just have a PR disaster. They'll have a credibility crisis. Now let's zoom out, because this isn't just about one player or one incident. This is about what kind of league the WNBA wants to be. For years, the league has fought to prove it deserves mainstream attention. It's gained sponsors, television deals, rising stars like Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and yes, Paige Bueckers. The foundation is finally solid, but one thing can tear it all down: failing to protect the very players who made it possible. Dijonai Carrington is not just a repeat offender. She's become the face of what happens when accountability disappears. Her behavior, flying elbows, eye pokes, reckless closeouts, has turned games into something closer to contact sports that belong in a cage, not a court. And it's not just about who she's playing against, it's who she's playing with. Paige Bueckers didn't sign up for a team where she has to watch her back in practice. She came to grow, to lead, to help build the next chapter of women's pro basketball. But right now it feels like she's trapped in a league that doesn't know how to police its own players. It's wild to think that a rookie, who should be focused on her shot, her defense, her rhythm, is now worrying whether her own teammate might end her season before it starts.